Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the WWE Ultimate Edition Greatest Grudges 92, The Curse of Papa Shango 2-pack from Mattel. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, both of these figures look awesome, but we're going to start off with Ultimate Warrior just because we've seen more of the Ultimate Warrior before, certainly as an Ultimate Edition. So we do have a lot of reuse. I think a lot of this is basically the most recent Ultimate Warrior Ultimate Edition that we saw, the Legends. So I mean, even the skin color, I think that's pretty much that same coloring. I think the body is the exact same for the most part. But yeah, I mean, it definitely works. Certainly for the Ultimate Warrior, great colors. I actually love the colors on this one. The teals and the yellows, and then the red, the pops of reds, like really work here. Not only that, but I do like here that there's some sculpt to the boot. You get that lacing up the side, looks really cool. It's painted as well, even though you don't really see it, which is awesome touch on their behalf. Looks awesome. You got the red heel back here. The soles are painted. Just really nice attention to detail going on. So yeah, we've seen a lot of Ultimate Warriors. This is probably one of the best overall, I think. And yeah, it's just really cool to see. I mean, I think we've seen these head sculpts before too. Again, there's just been so many Ultimate Warrior figures. Pardon me. And yeah, so that will do it for Ultimate Warrior. Then, star of the show, at least as far as I'm concerned, Papa Shango. I've been waiting for, I was waiting for an Elite, and then when I saw that they were doing the Ultimate Edition, I got really excited. This Grudge in particular was like something that definitely shaped a lot of my interests, and yeah, just happy to have it. And I think they really nailed it. I mean, again, I think the formula works really well. It looks like Papa Shango from that era. Not only that, great job with the tattoos all around. They even got the tattoo from the spider on the right hand, and then the designs on the gear just looks awesome. I always loved the way this looked, the black and the red, the symbolism, just really cool stuff all around. And the fact that he really just kind of dug into the character and really studied like the history and just the actual points of voodoo in developing the character just really kind of adds to it, and it really comes across here. Fantastic head sculpt as well. Obviously got the face paint, which can cover up a lot, but I mean, it's spot on. It's everything it should be. So very happy with that. Just two very kick-ass looking figures. Because this is a 2-pack of Ultimates, once again, we do get a crazy amount of accessories. So let's jump right in, starting with the Ultimate Warrior again, because it's the most familiar. Starting with the hands, we do get a pair of requisite C grips. We get a pair of splayed out hands, and we get a pair of pointing hands. Then we get 3 separate head sculpts. So we get the kind of intense gritted teeth face. Then we get the yelling face, and then we get that same sculpt. Actually, it does be the exact same sculpt, just with some of that black goo coming down. Again, something that definitely kind of like definitely shook me as a kid, and yeah, it's just really cool to see that represented. I kind of wish they went a little heavier with it, but it still like works. Again, yeah, when he was standing, it wasn't like dripping like crazy, but yeah, still like definitely works. So really good work there. Then finally, we get his little track jacket. This is new. I'm assuming this is reused from some other figure, but except, you know, blue and white. We get the Ultimate Warrior there on the back, him just like posing, and World Wrestling Entertainment there on the side. So yeah, really nice piece. It's really like put together really well. Like it looks like the jacket does. So really cool. Then we go on to Papa Shango. So again, requisite C grips, pair of fists, and then our spooky Undertaker rest in peace hands. Really nice. I kind of do wish they did the nails painted as he did, but yeah, I know we don't usually see that. So not a total detriment, but definitely something a little extra detail I wish they put in. But then moving on to heads, we get our standard kind of wide-eyed expression, mouth slightly open. Then we get the eyes rolling back. Again, very similar expression, but different position for the eyes. Then we get the yelling head. This looks awesome. Just all three great sculpts all around. Paint really well done. Then we move on to accessories. So we get, of course, his hat done very, very well. I think this is a different sculpt from what we saw with the WWE Superstars figure. This looks slightly smaller. Then we get, of course, his necklace done beautifully, especially with the alternating black and white beads. Look at the bones down here. Really nicely done. Fits the figure perfectly. We get this skull and tassels here with the beads, and this looks fantastic. It is stuck there. The hair piece is stuck to the skull, so I guess you could separate it. It's only glued in. It is coming apart now that I'm doing that. I'm gonna leave that alone, but it does drape well, so it's definitely able to be used in a lot of different poses. Then finally we get his cape, and done really nicely. We see this like black kind of faux leather here at the top, and then bright silver with all those tassels. This is definitely different from the WWE Superstars. Very reflective, very striking, and yeah, fits the figure nicely. Oh, and then you get a couple loops for the arms. So yeah, that will do it for accessories. Articulation is excellent all around, and again, we're gonna start with Warrior because we've seen it more before, even though I think there's a lot of reuse for Papa Shango. So there is that, but that is the new figure overall. It's gonna fall over now, of course. Freestanding kicks without assistance. Oh, there we go. Got to work. Not even really resting on the ropes, but it's Ultimate Warrior. Again, we've seen it before. Barbell into the head, so not really looking up because of the hair. Looking down about that far, we get some tilt, we get rotation. We do have butterflies, hinge and swivel, bring us to a T, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows going to there. We do get hinge and swivel at the wrist. We get our barbell at the diaphragm. Coming forward about that far, really not far at all. We get better arch back, get some nice side to side. We get rotation there. We get swivel at the waist as well. We get our drop downs. These are the ones that kind of just drop all on their own. Then we get perfect splits because of that. Crazy. Our big boot, perfect 90. Actually, even going past that, we do get thigh swivel. Double jointed knees bring us to here. We do get boot cut hidden beautifully by the tassel / the boot itself. And then we get some new stuff. We get a hinge that brings us into a perfect point. Some really nice forward. We do have a toe hinge. And then we actually have a pin. It's not the like rectangle piece with the peg that comes out. It is a peg, and it is kind of a rocker. You can see it kind of moving, but the pin, from what I can tell, goes straight down. So you're getting more rotation than rocker, which is unfortunate. It's awesome that they're trying something new. And I heard that they were planning on implementing, kind of more standard, industry standard ankle rockers, but this seems to fall a little flat. Again, that feels more like rotation. There's a little bit of rotation, but I think the pin needs to be more forward. So hopefully that gets fixed going forward with some other figures, but really cool to see. Papa Shango, same deal. So we are getting much more up because that head sculpt. We get a little bit down. We're actually running a chin. We do get a little bit of side to side. We get rotation. Of course, butterfly joint, that far back, that far forward. We do get hinge and swivel, perfect T, bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows bring us there. Hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. We get our barbell joint here at the diaphragm. So we're going forward about that far, not terribly far. We get a little bit better on the arch back, not too much on the side to side. No rotation for this one, but we do get swivel at the waist, so it doesn't matter. Draw it once again, drop downs a little bit tighter, and that allows us to come out pretty much full splits. Front kick, perfect 90, slightly past. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees coming all the way up to here. We get a boot cut, and we've seen these boots before, so we get that perfect point. We get that really nice forward, get the toe hinge, and then we get rocker both in and out. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here they are with some other WWE figures, with some other wrestling lines, with some domestics, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with articulate icons, Oni and yours truly in human form as a Velvet Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the WWE Ultimate Edition Greatest Grudges 92, the Curse of Papa Shango 2-pack from Mattel, is that this set absolutely kicks ass. As I kind of alluded to earlier, like this entire story arc, I think it was the beginnings of my love of horror. This really showed me that I could be terrified of something and still be interested in it. And yeah, it's just like, yeah, this is so cool to kind of see that come around and really be able to reflect on that through this set, which is really weird, but also awesome. This is the best part of figure collecting, is kind of getting that, at least the nostalgia part of collecting. So yeah, cannot recommend this enough. Certainly if you're a fan of either wrestler, if you're just collecting the Ultimate Editions, if you're a fan of WWE circa 1992, yeah, do not pass this up. It was originally an Amazon exclusive, then it showed up on Ringside, which is where I think I actually ordered this, and yeah, cannot recommend it enough. So I wish you the best of luck picking it up, especially if it's on sale. And yeah, so that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if that's the case, I hope to see you back here, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, of course, and more. If any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's just talk about some really nice plastic, escape the world for a while. But really, at the end of the day, I hope that you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.